Okay, so you're gonna be right about now 1-1 with... And the first player is gonna be there for... Love Soup. Mediterranean, and apparently gonna be it in straight. Right now, So it seems like it may be actually we're gonna be having some further painted desert. I mean, like the last one was actually in the end vetoed, so we didn't get to see it properly. So this is gonna be, I guess, the first one for us to enjoy. Loses bracket in there, and that's gonna be right about now, approximately in the middle. No, and we're gonna be having what? Some Norse. HUSKSUPPE with Odin. On the other side, it's gonna be Grassengroom with Zeus. We have no idea what happened in the first game. And we are going to be having, therefore, an opportunity for the gold actually being a bit more open here as well. I guess that's some kind of nice chance. I imagine, therefore, for HUSKSUPPE to go in for, as you can see on the other side, that's going to be his own gold mine, also a bit more open. And yeah, I can say that the mountain is going to be to the right. So there's probably nothing in the middle. Oh, wait a second, there is actually. There is a hill. Okay. So I was going to say that maybe sometimes, very rarely, it spawns with like a highway between players. But this time, luckily, at least for HUSKSUPPE, it's not gonna be that completely terrible gold mine. So it's kind of nice. No. And let's wait therefore for the resolution of the match. As advised then, well, the next one is gonna be winner playing against Shelty in the next round. That's gonna be the finals of the losers bracket, also best of 3. No, and then of course it's gonna be the grand finals of the tournaments with another BO3, where Momo is gonna be waiting for his opponent. Maybe some kind of further matchup with Shelty, who knows? Nah. This is not any kind of finals yet. This is just the losers bracket round 4, and still after this one you're gonna be having 2 best of 3s forward and further. 2 best of 3s further right now waiting for us. No, so we're going to be at this point, of course, having some good opportunity on maybe looking at some relic all the way to the left. Temple upgrades getting a bit cheaper. Would be theoretically interesting for the Zeus. If he wants to be going for the Centaurs, that is. Okay, Pierce vulnerability, not entirely against the Norse, of course. But yeah, well, just depends. He can be theoretically going for Athena Rush easily here again. He can be going for the Centaurs. I don't know, we probably maybe preferring the Centaurs here in this specific scenario, but in the end, depends on what the player is gonna be feeling a bit more comfortable with. You do have decent amount of food here. Problem is that the food is very unsafe. So therefore, like, Athena Rushing might be interesting from the point of view if you drop the military buildings forward, and therefore will be able to protect your resources that way. But then in the end, you could be having something like we had on Blue Lagoon with Momo and Shelty. That could possibly happen as well. That could theoretically happen too. Okay, something being researched here. Can say that 17, 25 in there. Obviously, Norse is gonna be needing right now the Ox card, so it's gonna be a bit lower. But otherwise, looks like he's aiming for a bit of like a 4.5 minute advance. Yeah, so he's gonna be right now having right. But I mean, like, the pathing all the way to the right for the gazelles is what's actually costing him some better timing. Having some further food on the left. Gold mine. Oh well, this is. Oh, he should have been going to the left. He should have been so much going to the left, because you can see he doesn't have any continuation on the food here. He would have been having excellent continuation from the gazelles into the elephants or the giraffes. So that's a mistake right now by Suppe, unfortunately, because he's gonna be having then maybe having to switch into gold. Then some gold miners switch to the left side, but it's gonna be dwarfies. Yeah, he done messed up. He's gonna be having tons of idle time. There's nothing here besides the giraffes effectively on the other side of the map. This is something that can come back to bite HUSKSUPPE a lot. This could be a serious mistake. You can see on the left side, Grassengroom is gonna be on the correct spot, effectively on the gazellos. Having some elephants in the middle. That's only 200, so that's probably not gonna be even worthwhile to drop a Granary for that. For the Norse, it would be absolutely fine to get the hyenas. But for the Greek, he's gonna have to make sure he actually does have the resources. And apparently it will be Athena for Grassengroom. And he's gonna be therefore hoping to, well, unleash some early hell. And yep, there's €100 for the winner of the tournament. Sponsored by Shelty. Here's the Shelty's tournament, of course, classic one days that he's hosting here and there fairly regularly. What is the relic? Oh, that was the one for the Pierce vulnerability. Of course. And yeah, the build-up on the left side definitely making pretty good sense. Because if he's gonna be able to protect this part, which means also the elephants, it's gonna be even further fuel for his Athena rush. So otherwise you're gonna be also having in the front something funny here. Not too much, really anything new. Not getting in favor for even, for example, like the second Minotaur. Because it's also kind of like fairly easy to be getting even the second Minotaur here. As you are starting with plenty favor at the start. And if you're gonna be having like one villager on the favor, we used to be I'm thinking having 1 or 2 villages. I don't right now remember what build I used to be playing 20 years ago. But I'm thinking there was like at the minimum 1 villager used. Because you really don't need too much with the Zeus. 1-2 villages and you're gonna be able to have some pretty decent supply of Minotaurs. Because they of course cost quite a decent amount of food, so therefore you just can't be having too much of like a direct supply, but still enough to be actually relevant in the fight. And of course some immediate increase in the defense. Quite actually influential on protecting the gold, of course, here. No, and we have already about now went home for the rhinos next to the base. That's something that's gonna be keeping him alive with the chickens for a bit longer. But well, then the next step, of course, to the left for both the gold and also the hunt there in a moment. So let's see how well Grassengroom is gonna be able to right now keep the hit points up. Still, should be getting the second Minotaur to be so much of a game changer actually in the fight. But well, doesn't seem like it's gonna be that much of a thing for him. Because you can see, look at the food that Grassengroom has. He'll be so much able to afford the second Minotaur basically immediately. And right now, well, not anything along those lines. Like how Grassengroom is gonna be just even stealing the hunt effectively. So that it's gonna be even worse for HUSKSUPPE later. By the way, he's having only 3 goats. Seems like it was a low spawn map for all of these, as it seems like there's gonna be some small radiant by HUSKSUPPE to the top, moving next to the wood line. But unfortunately no villages to be found there, and therefore it's gonna be waiting for, I guess, the forest fire onto some of the woodies at the back. Just kinda looking at the food still, come on, you just could have been having such a nice Minotaur there. But whatever the case, with that resources, and he could be also getting there for second military buildings. Looking also at the amount of wood he needs to be getting second, both military academy and archery range. He's gonna be able to afford it, especially if he does have handux and pickaxe. He does have at least handux. But yeah, still, the second build should be able to get it. And should be getting it. With such a high amount of... How much is he having villages? He's having 6 villages on wood, that's... And so many on... What? Is he trying to get second TC or what is he doing currently? I'm a bit confused right about now on the amount of... Oh, he's having actually even the other ones here. Wait, what? What kind of build is he having? This is not how you can play Athena Rush, to be honest. And or even how you play it properly, but nonetheless, maybe some modern build, I guess, a bit old school. But you just really don't need too much of it. Basically, original Athena Rush build is like 5 villages on food, or food on wood, 5 on gold, and then you're gonna be having everything on food, effectively. And it's more than enough, you just really don't need too much more in there. Maybe just gonna be having some more on wood once you're gonna be getting the second archer range. But yeah, it's not entirely too much needed. You just need plenty food because of the Minotaurs, as I mentioned earlier, and also simply because that's a resource that you're gonna be needing the most. But whatever the case, all the way here to the right, we're gonna be having some further Hoplite tests ready, 71 against 60 pop limit, and HUSKSUPPE is gonna be trying to, of course, as logically, trying to reach some faster heroic age so that he can be countering the enemy Athena Rush and kind of like restoration attack against the TC, because it's one of the more reliable ways how to play it. There's the Scuddy. So therefore that means that Grassengroom is gonna be slightly running out of time. So he just at this point needs to be playing it somewhat okay. Looks like some decent small rate is gonna be coming up. Needs to be playing it carefully. to do some damage already so that he can survive then that almost a minute that he's not gonna be able to do anything. Okay, Hunter's gone. That's slightly sucky. This is gonna be also a bit more, because you can see right now they also already damaged from the elephants from a bit earlier. So you can see, what? Was he expecting... Wait, what? Why was he expecting the second EC? I mean, like the classic play against really, Athena Rush is trying to get semi-fast heroic. That's the standard gameplay. You don't want to be at in second EC. That's like asking to really just call GG right there, because that's waste of 700 resources that could have been going for, not that heroic age, for example, or for some actual army. So you just really don't want second EC in this scenario at all. So I'm not entirely certain why he was actually moving back instead of maybe continuing applying the pressure, because right now there's gonna be a Scuddy up. And now one of the options could be to try and divide the army. But unless, if Suppe is not gonna be stupid, he is gonna be of course trying to keep his army also in one place, so that he can therefore force one of the bigger fights and not allow Grassengroom to be having some opportunities on better fights. He misclicked actually in there. Wanted to be moving back, but unfortunately Gazelle was in place. Not like him, but that's too much. He'll be still caught in the icicles. So you can see it's gonna be Hoplites chasing those. Nothing really here in the middle. Now he's really getting the extra military buildings way too late, and he's right now gonna be really heavily focusing on the archer range. So he's effectively giving up on his like siege capabilities. He's probably just a bit scared about the throwing axeman. No, just needed to be getting earlier army buildings, and he would have been having much better chance on early attack. As you can see, Suppe is gonna be having 2 million food currently for good upgrades and army on top of it. 30 villages on each side. No further ups, but he should be finding some opportunity for something like, for example, Thundering Hooves, if he's gonna be having some cavalry, which is apparently kind of like not too often there. But the chances are gonna be definitely in, and I kinda curiously actually keeping a high foot in there. But yeah, right now he spent. I was for a moment thinking if maybe he doesn't want to be going for some strange, actually fast mythic even. But medium infantry finally come in, and right now this is definitely heading into somewhat of a restoration fight. And you can see right now the problem, and why I don't agree why he was having actually so many archer ranges, because right now, sure, cool fight, but he's right now fighting with archers against horses instead of trying to fight against the throwing axeman first. And second, he's not having Hoplites too much. Right now he's not gonna be having any, because they're just gonna get killed. And therefore he can't be killing the buildings. So I think this is a bit of a lack of experience right now from Grassengroom as far as what to do in this kind of specific situation. So it's a bit of a sad story, because in my opinion he was having fairly strong beginning. That's gonna be nice actually waiting right here. There we go. Oh, that's gonna be so disappointing for Grassengroom. He can really fight it, but he's gonna be left with like maybe 2-3 villages. But probably better than to lose all of them. All together, they are gonna be the Thundering Hooves, Thundering Throwing Axeman, of course the Pierce Resistance in there, and we do have also Medium Toxotai on the other side of the map. No, but what's gonna be there for the next gameplay, especially for Grassengroom, because right now, again, he just doesn't have enough on the Hoplite side. Okay, that's of course the really fighting. Just needs to be careful to be focusing the horses one by one. But it looks like it, unfortunately for him, HUSKSUPPE is gonna be right now quite a bit aware. And he's gonna be paying attention. So he was of course just like expecting that he's not gonna be looking there. And at that point, there was a good chance that maybe the will fight is somewhat gonna work out. But as soon as the enemy is gonna be paying attention, then he's gonna get screwed anyway. So it looks to me that this is gonna be, of course, with just a few Huskarls straight into the fight from the hill fort. Unfortunately heading into a bit of a sad fate for Grassengroom. And maybe his question about the prize pool was, well, a bit early. But nonetheless, that's gonna be there for the GG at this point. And we are going to be therefore heading into, well, the finals of the losers bracket, which is going to be HUSKSUPPE fighting against Shelty. Now that's going to be a good match to right now wait for and look forward to as well. That is what we are continuing with so far. Okay then, so let's therefore have a look into something a bit further. Into the post-game information. And then we're gonna be waiting for already next match. So that's gonna be there for HUSKSUPPE getting 2-1 victory. No, economically we should be still having some high resources for the North, and we definitely do. 600, 3, 3, 3, 5, 1200 are gonna be right about now coming up for Suppe. 1200 coming up in there. So it looks like there for Suppe is gonna be coming out. So do they have already the other match or not yet? Seems like not yet. Gonna be there for waiting for Shelty to get ready. No. 35-31. Well, this was really a shame. This was a very well started game for Grassengroom. Mistake on the foot by HUSKSUPPE. Oh, kind of mistake. He was already expecting the Rhinos in there, but still. Should have been, in my opinion, going to the left side. Would have been a bit better. No, but then, of course, moving into so many archer ranges. Too late to be getting, for example, the second military buildings when he was having so much food. It was really a bit of a throw in there by Grassengroom. He just kind of realized he was having the rest. He would have been having quite a nice double military building. Athena rush would have been really hard to stop for Suppe. With how the game was. Forward gold mine a bit in there as well. Difficult resources, or kind of not the easiest ones. No, great opportunity, but unfortunately missed. So next time for Grassengroom, and congratulations to Suppe as the first seed going out. Wow. Seems like a Shelty's tournament has, or the internet has died at home. So they're gonna have to finish tomorrow. So that means Monday, therefore. Oh well. Hopefully they're gonna be there for having the time, but right now, congrats to Suppe. GG. Okay. So looks like maybe this is gonna be a bit of an impromptu ending of the tournament, therefore. At least for the time being. And we're gonna be having to finish the last two matches, the losers bracket finals, Shelty and Suppe, and then the finals of the tournament, the Momo versus winner of that. Another day it looks like, unluckily. Which will be kinda exactly in time for us to switch into Age of Empires 2. I mean, like, what kind of hell of a coincidence it would be. Yeah, it was a shame, Grassengroom. You're in a pretty great spot. It was a good game for Athena Rush win in there. You definitely having your chances in place. No, is he gonna be there for right now, waiting maybe for Shelty's internet to kick in? I'm gonna be already maybe there for preparing for the Age of Empires 2. I'll be switching over into Czech Republic A versus Romania A in the Nations Cup qualifiers. CZ subs. Okay, they're already having civilizations. Right now, they seem to be starting there for soon. Germany B, Marv, blah blah blah, Pete, blah. Okay, this is right now for the maps. But yeah, good effort. By the way, can be there for posting, of course, some things into the chat. Visit also the Age of Mythology community webs. That means both RTS-Sanctuary and also Age of Mythology Heaven. I'll be posting the recorded games from this tournament on RTS is there for you to potentially watch, maybe stream or whatever you want to be doing with them. No, and of course, if you are playing on Extended Edition, you will be also playing with us on Woobly, then you can do that through the compatibility patch. And well, just gonna download, install, and you can play them both on Steam and Woobly. You don't have to be looking for any kind of downloads anywhere. If you are already playing on Woobly or something, or you have the original game, this is not for you because you don't need it. You can already play here. But if you want to be playing also on Woobly and you are not yet, and you have EE, then this is the one for you. Easy thing, just install and you can play on both. It's gonna be basically like transforming your game to be basically the original, but it's not like wasting your rack or kind of like your game for Steam. You can still play there normal, no problem, but it's also allowing you to therefore effectively play original game on Woobly. But therefore looks like at this point that maybe that really will be it, as you don't have any kind of further information from Shelton. So looks like that you're gonna be therefore switching into the Age of Empires 2 at this point. Czech Republic A versus Romania A should be starting in about, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe, once they get together. Yep, second, I guess you can be probably right about now calling it then. So look forward to some more entertainment with Age of Mythology, maybe there for tomorrow. Later today there should be at 22 GMT a show match between Joe and Suppe. So he was getting some good practice today, hosted by Mahde. It's gonna be cast by Boyd apparently. So that's in about 4 hours from now. And in the meantime, it looks like there's gonna be also the Fimbulwinter by Maiden somewhere at about 2 hours. Kimo versus Mahde. So that's going to be in the middle and in between. But yeah, therefore currently just kind of like showcasing, of course, the game room for a bit at the end. Yep, no problem with the casting, and a bit unfortunate for Shelty, therefore that his internet kind of gave up currently, and therefore that means that we are gonna be therefore able to get somewhere further. Some further streams. So therefore for us it's gonna be enough. So we are gonna be seeing when it's gonna get finished. I'm gonna try to therefore stream it as well if it's gonna be tomorrow or somewhere later. Yeah, gonna be left with 2 remaining rounds of this one-day tournament by Shelty. Thank you very much, Shelty, for hosting it for the community and for the players. So hope you're having some good fun. There were also some streams by Nino, by Rappel also, and Momo was also doing some games on his own channel. So you can find them. And in the meantime, well, I'm gonna be, as I mentioned, switching into Age of Empires 2 currently for some Nations Cup 2023 qualification, Czech Republic A versus Romania A. Maybe something after, but I'm not sure because at this point, just my day just completely fell apart with this Monday tournament extra. But I'm already kind of like set up to be going for a run at midnight, so I guess it's just gonna be having some Age of Empires 2 there for right now coming up. So hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much therefore for watching. Whoever stopped by also as well in the chat, and also whoever raided us, that was Rappel and also Nino and Nechiro Fan Barzani and Hisoka Moro. Thank you for the follows. And whoever I can see right now in the chat, Grassengroom, AOT Bystander Sebi, Harry, 45620, Shelty himself, Japonium or Japonium, I guess. No Atlantis, Nechirufan Barzani, Flolo Veshimei, Gully, then what do we see? Sebi, for example, here, Vim, Shadowfax, Zuzuzu, Alexelion, Snowledge 25, Knorr even, Ulysses, Torgale, Kovoth, Batuhan, Ulysses, Ronpol, Spammed, Cascade or the Cascade Thunder, Machiavelli, Noobish Gamer. Hopefully had some fun with Age of Mythology also extra today. Nino, thank you for your streams therefore. Helping with the coverage today. Kenzi Mahve, Ragnaroks, 92 Easy, Kimusimele, and also others. And anybody who was also lurking around. No, right about now it's gonna be there for time to end. Otherwise, we do an Age of Mythology community games every Wednesday if there's somebody new here, so you can visit on there. And we are having sessions Monday, Wednesday, or the Monday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday Age of Mythology, and then other games on the others. And well, lately we are streaming plenty of Nations Cup in Age of Empires too. But well, Age of Mythology is also still the main game here. Okay, so maybe tomorrow finish to the tournament, or maybe somewhere later, but now switch into AoE2. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Blackadder at Blackadder's Place. Hope you enjoyed, and see you later. And much more importantly, also, well, feel free to visit us here on Woobley, besides only RTS-Sanctuary and Age of Mythology having links for some quality Age of Mythology gameplay. See you. If you're interested in Age of Empires 2, then in about, well, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, we're gonna be having some further games. And right now for the recommendation, as I mentioned, that's gonna be Maiden with Fimbulwinter in about, I guess, 2 hours. Seems like he's doing some recorded games currently. If you wish, then Punkstar is also around, and John Arbiter is doing some games. Garms is doing some games here as well, maybe on Woobley, not sure. But therefore feel free to switch where you wish. Seems to be also some other gameplay, some campaign play also by others if you're interested in some plenty of high-headed Hydras in there by Sylvanica apparently. If you want to be having some fun with that, I guess. But yeah, see you later.